what a lot of people don't know is that I didn't meet Asiwaju in APC. We met at ACN. I was ACN, I didn't go to CPC. I keep saying, I am the first person to start Buhari's campaign. They are still living on my structure, the Northwest. That is one. And any time we try to make an alliance, particularly with the Southwest, we started with the G4. Ojikalu, Buhari, Atiku, and Asiwaju. This is as way back as 2007. In fact, it was, 2007. And it was always Buhari that opted out. He didn't want the alliance, for reasons best known to him. Because he did not want a contest in which he will not be the sole candidate. And he did not want a contest that people will not step down for him. So we did that once, we did that twice, we did that. On the third time, I said, I'm not going with Buhari because I'm not his slave. I decided to stay with the ACN. That was when I started my interaction with Asiwaju. And I know that on several occasions I had to hold the cup for him. Even then. And then everybody saw what happened when Asiwaju was given the flag. Our honorable chairman, or their honorable chairman now, Abdullah, had to help him to hold the flag. Everybody saw it. Cameras don't lie. But you see, madam, what bothers me is not so much his physical health. There was a president in America that sat on a wheelchair and ruled from a wheelchair. But when you are mentally deranged, it's unacceptable. Because you can't decipher, you can't think, you can't do anything. You go to sleep any day, anytime. See what is happening in Cameroons. Let me tell you, in Cameroons, they see their president about in 9 years, they see him once. And they still accept. Nigeria is not Cameroon. Nigeria is not Southern Sudan. We are far more sophisticated than that. This is a country, unfortunately, that is bedeviled with so much corruption. If Asiwaju were not what he is, with stupendous amount of money to bribe everyone from the courts and everything, he will not be contesting elections. Because from his name, to his school, to his health, everything about him is based on lies. And nobody wants to prove that. Nobody wants to prove that because everyone is bribed to say what they want to say. However, Nigerians can see. They see him every day. The last clip I saw of him is calling Atiku the governor of Anambra State. For God's sake, what else do we need? We don't need a doctor to tell us that. We don't need a doctor when somebody is blah, blah, lying. We don't need a doctor to say it. Look, people must understand that ill health, dementia, is a natural process of human beings. It's nature. It's not as if it's his fault. But it's also not our fault. So we don't have to accept somebody that cannot decipher. That is the truth. Normally, the governor sponsors the presidential campaign in his state. But this time around, it's Asiwaju that is doing it. Because everything about Asiwaju is about money. There is nothing like honor. For God's sake, what do we want? Can we continue to wallow in this? Can we continue to deceive ourselves? Who are we lying to? We are only lying to ourselves. We see these things. The truth has been written on the horizon. Why are we now turning the other eye? Tinubu is incapable. And I have been vindicated yesterday. Everything about Tinubu is about himself. When he wanted to contest, he said it's his turn. He wants to hold the knife that will cut the pie. It's not about the country. It's about him, his ego, his corruption. It's all about that. His control, his material control and the psychological control of the people of this country, but particularly the people from the Southwest. I have heard him when we were in ACN saying that when he sleeps, the Southwest sleeps. And when he wakes up, the Southwest wakes up. That is his mentality. It's like an emperor mentality, which is very wrong.